Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show. This week, coming to you from a camp up here in Maine. This weekend. I'm helping my mom's annual program, and for disabled war vets, doing stuff outdoors and stuff, proving that no matter what disability you have, we all have a talent that we can all show them off. Anyway, This week, I want to talk to you about wheelchair dependency tips. Now, there are some people who go to Disney and they are unable to get up on their feet because they are probably paralyzed from the waist down and they can't do a lot of the rides that other people can. But there are a lot of great rides where they can provide that. For example, especially the boat rides, they can definitely accommodate for people, because some of the boat rides have boats that were made for people in wheelchairs. Like, so at the Magic Kingdom, you got It's a Small World, and you got Pirates of the Caribbean, or at Epcot, the Grand Fiesta Tour and Frozen Ever After, and I think Living with the Land. I think they have a good boat for that. If anyone in the comments can confirm that for me. I don't know much for Hollywood Studios, but yeah, the shows can definitely have wheelchair, like PhilharMagic or Disney Pixar Short Films Festival or Muppet Vision or Tough to Be a Bug if you really want to do that. Or Animal Kingdom, Back to the Boats. You can do Navi River Journey. But yeah, just because you're wheelchair dependent does not mean you can't do at least some of the rides that other people can do. I mean, you can't do roller coasters. There's their stuff, but you can do the boat rides or the shows. Those you can definitely do. So anyway, that's my tip. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So Disney Springs has a lot of great restaurants and stores. So Disney Springs has something for everyone. So this week, I'm going to talk about my top 5 Disney Springs stores. So, coming in at number 5 is Disney Style, which is probably a huge clothing store. I think it's mostly women's stuff. I don't know. Sometimes they have men's stuff too, but it has great stuff in there. It has an awesome backdrop picture of Cinderella Castle, and it is a great photo opportunity. That way you can fool your friends by saying, hey, look, I'm just as tall as Cinderella Castle. But yeah, it's a great clothing store, great place. All right, number 4, the Once Upon a Toy. It has a whole lot of great kid stuff, some great toys there. Back when they had Disney racers, I have literally a huge collection. And if anyone wants to see that in a future video, please let me know. But yeah, there's so many great toys in that store. There's so much there. All right, number 3, the latest edition of Disney Springs, the M&M store. Now, this store is completely awesome because not only can you purchase M&M stuff, there are two amazing experiences. One, you can there's a M&M station where you can grab your favorite M&Ms and fill them up in a pouch and stuff. And they even have a thing for Skittles as well. But also, something that I did in my last experience, they have one of these booths in the store where you can use one of your PhotoPass pictures. You can use a picture of yourself And get this, you can have your very own bag of M&Ms with most of the pieces have your face on it. It is perhaps the coolest thing at any candy store I have ever seen, and it is so awesome. If you haven't gone to the M&M store at Disney Springs, please do. It is perhaps one of the coolest stores at Disney Springs. All right, number 2, one that is open all year long despite its name, Days of Christmas. Now, this is Disney Springs' very own biggest holiday shop. Disney's biggest holiday shop. They have other holiday shops around the parks, but this one, like the other ones, this one is open year round, and it's Christmas every day in there. You can stock up on your annual Disney ornaments like we did, and see what else you can do to Disneyfy your holiday season. All right, we got a Mickey Nutcracker there. If you've seen some of my episodes of the show in December, you're gonna see that again. And of course, my number 1 store at Disney Springs, and I think everyone will agree with me, World of Disney. It is the flagship store of Disney Springs. It is the largest Disney store in the country. Some things you can't find anywhere else. And it has some of the coolest merch and some great it has pretty much some of this. It has a toy section if you don't want to go into Once Upon a Toy. It has some kitchenware, clothes, toys, anything you can dream up, it's there. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite Disney store is. Now, remember weeks ago when I said that Disney hopefully doesn't get a paid Fast Pass service? Well, it happened. So, as we know from the D23 Expo back in 2019, we're getting a new Disney Experience thing that will be part of the My Disney Experience app called the Genie. And part of the Genie will be this new Lightning Lane Pass, which is a paid Fast Pass service where you gotta pay money to get to the front of some of the top Fast Pass lines. Now, I know what you're thinking. How will this affect the Disability Pass? Well, you can still they'll still do what they do. You get your pass and you go to an attraction, but you can also make a call days in advance to make sure you get your pass for something. Now, I don't know about everyone else, but I personally am going to stick with the go up to the front of the attractions to get a return time. I think it is better that way because you get more of that guest cast member interaction. And I don't know if I'm going to use this Lightning Lane Pass for anything. And I think we're just going to do what we can do with some of our favorite attractions. Do them early, do everything else as much as we can. But if we have to, well, we'll spend a couple bucks on it, all right? So anyway, that's this week's show. As I always say, let me know in the comments if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities. Now, I'll make sure it gets into a future episode also. Now, for this week's shout-outs, make sure you check out my buddy Michael over at Mousepiration. He has an amazing podcast. I ran into him a couple weeks ago at Animal Kingdom, and he has new episodes of his podcast coming up, as well as an upcoming talk show he's going to do called the Not So Late Show, and I might make some appearances on there. And make sure you check him out. Also, make sure if you want to spice up your next big Zoom thing, boost some entertainment for your next Zoom party or anything like that, call up Cameron Matthews Entertainment. He is one of the coolest entertainers I know. He also does some travel talk. He also does reviews on Mickey Travels or Mickey Blog or whichever one, where he talks about, where he gives tours of some of the Disney hotels. Make sure you check him out. Also, make sure you check out my friends over at Oh Snap Productions. They do great short films and parody trailers of Disney movies. Also, if you want to get the Disneyland perspective of things, make sure you check out my friends over at Fresh Baked Disney. And as always, for the latest attraction news, make sure you check out my good friends over at Attractions Magazine. And until next time, have a zippity-doo-dah day.